Hey, David Breslow back here with you. In today's mental golf training tip, I would like to talk to you about what I consider maybe the top skill that every golfer should have, and that is the skill to be resilient. We saw a great example of it this year in the British Open with Jordan Spieth with his debacle on the 13th hole in the final round. Very interesting what he did, and this is a skill that anybody can have and anybody can grow. It doesn't matter what your handicap is, how long you've been playing, you can be as resilient as anybody. So here's what happened. There are two steps in order to be a more resilient golfer. Number one, you must be aware. How do you do that? You must be aware of what you're thinking and what you're feeling. The best way that I have discovered is to simply check in and ask. So for example, let's say you're in a position where you just hit a poor shot or you got yourself in trouble. The knee-jerk reaction is to get upset, start judging yourself, start feeling bad, and go on and on and on that way. But the resilient golfer knows what to do. At that moment, you check in. Here's your way out. You check in and ask yourself two questions. One is, what am I thinking? And the second is, what am I feeling? The moment you do that, you become an observer of what you're thinking and feeling instead of attached to it like you might normally be. When you're attached to it, you go through all of those ugly experiences, the negative thoughts, the horrible feelings, the self-criticism, the judgments, and so on and so forth. But when you ask those questions, you now become the observer. You're actually a little bit separate from those thoughts and those feelings at that moment. That's the key. So you check in. What am I thinking right now? Oh, I'm thinking that I'm no good, I'm a loser, that I screw up all the time on this hole, and I messed up again, and I'm no good. Stuff like that. Okay? It's okay that you're thinking that, but now you're an observer noticing what you're thinking. Question two, what am I feeling? Oh, I'm feeling anxious, I'm uptight, I'm stressed out, my body feels tight, and all that. And you start coming up and identifying what it is that you're feeling. And this all can happen very quickly. I'm describing it so it sounds like a little longer, but you do this literally in 10-15 seconds. So, as you ask those questions, that's step one. Step one, those two questions. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Step two is almost automatic from there. Step two is where you now purposely direct your thoughts to the better thoughts and better feelings that feel better and propel you to the top level of your skill ability. That's what happens when you direct. You direct your thinking, you direct your feeling, you direct your actions. That's where you now become more clear. You're thinking better, you're feeling better, you're able to make better judgments and choices. How many times have you been in a situation where the result was not what you wanted, you got flustered, you got frustrated, and you ended up making a poor choice? Happens all the time. Somebody hits their ball off the tee into the woods, gets all upset, gets ticked off, gets frustrated. When the right shot would have been just to put the ball back into the fairway because you really didn't have a shot with your ball position. But what do? When you're flustered and you're upset, you're thinking badly, you're feeling poorly, you choose the wrong shot. Boom. You take a shot and end up hitting a tree and landing in more trouble than you were before. Happens a lot to a lot of amateur golfers. But you don't have to do that anymore. Very simple. Resilience is the key. Step one, awareness. Awareness comes as a result of two questions. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Step two, start purposely directing your mind and your emotions to better places, which you will start to do automatically, believe it or not, by asking the questions. And you will start to make better choices. It's really a fabulous sequence of things, and it's the same sequence that I'm teaching in the Wired to Win program, where you don't have to work hard. You're not struggling to get the outcome you want. All you need to do is start the train on the right track. And in this case, you put the train on the right track by asking those simple questions. Believe it or not, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? Automatically makes you the observer, and then automatically puts your mind and your emotions on a better track, which then leads to better choices. It's really an incredible sequence that all you need to do is start it off. That's what I'm telling you in this video today. So, if you have any more interest in the Wired to Win program, please check it out. It's loaded with things like that. Today's tip is all about resilience, and you will enjoy your round so much better when you have the confidence that you know you can recover and recover quickly, and you can do it reliably anytime you want. That's the answer. 2 steps. Check in. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Step 2. How do I want to direct my mind and my emotions to make these better choices that I'm now about to make? That's it. Dave Breslow, good to be here with you again, and I look forward to talking to you real soon. Take care.